Welcome to Vibey. I'm Michael, your narrator. Colorado is known for its breathtaking mountains and gold rush history. But beneath the surface of these picturesque towns lies something much darker. Today, we are exploring the places where the past refused to check out. Here are the top 10 most haunted hotels in Colorado. Number 10, the Black Monarch Hotel in Victor, Colorado. Originally constructed during the gold rush era of the late 1800s. This building served for many years as a brothel, a casino, and a saloon frequented by wealthy figures from the mining industry. During a bar fight in that same period, the establishment's bartender was shot and killed on the premises. The building was eventually purchased by contractor Adam Zimmerly, who, despite warnings from locals about its deeply unsettling reputation, converted it into a serial killer-themed hotel. Rooms are named after notorious murderers, including H.H. Holmes and Elizabeth Bathory. The authentic spirits believed to remain within the property, combined with this morbid theme, make this one of the more genuinely disturbing destinations in the state. Number 9, the Hotel Jerome in Aspen. Built in 1889, this hotel opened during the height of the silver mining boom and quickly became the social center of Aspen. But luxury cannot stop tragedy. Among its reported hauntings is the ghost of a young boy who allegedly drowned in the hotel's pool during its early years of operation. Guests and staff members have reported seeing a soaking wet child wandering the third-floor hallways, leaving behind trails of water on dry floors. The apparition is typically described as appearing calm rather than distressed, though the sight of a drenched child moving through an empty corridor at night is, by any measure, truly unsettling. Number 8, the Oxford Hotel in Denver. Opened in 1891, the Oxford is the oldest operating hotel in the city of Denver. Its long history has produced a substantial collection of paranormal claims. The hotel's most frequently reported spirit is that of a woman who appears in the hallways dressed in period clothing, believed by many investigators to be a former guest from the early 20th century. Staff members have reported hearing conversations in empty rooms and finding heavy furniture rearranged overnight. They frequently notice the unexplained scent of floral perfume drifting through corridors where no guests have been present. But if you're looking for real terror, head downstairs. The Oxford's basement has generated a particular concentration of reports from paranormal investigation teams over the decades. Number 7, the Hand Hotel Bed and Breakfast in Fairplay. With 11 rooms, each carrying its own documented history of strange occurrences, the Hand Hotel has attracted paranormal investigators from across the country for many years. Reports from within the building range from mischievous twin girls said to wander the kitchen area, to something considerably more threatening lurking in the basement. It is described by multiple witnesses as a demonic dog. In 2010, one paranormal investigator claimed physical contact with an apparition that left a burning sensation on their skin. A news crew even visited during the 1980s and filmed interviews with staff members who described a constant presence of threatening and mischievous spirits. Unexplained events captured on tape during that segment were incredibly difficult to dismiss. The activity level here is well above average. Number 6, the Beaumont Hotel in Ouray. Constructed in 1886, the Beaumont Hotel carries one of the most specific and documented origin stories of any haunted property in Colorado. Shortly after the hotel opened, a male pastry cook murdered a chambermaid named Eller in room 305. Local accounts have maintained for well over a century that her presence has never left. Guests who stayed in room 305 over the years consistently refused to return after their first night, citing experiences they declined to describe in detail. Separate from the murder, a ghostly woman is said to walk the hotel at exactly 2:15 in the morning on every quarter of the moon, reportedly searching for the husband who killed her. When staff are asked to identify the most active areas, they struggle to name any location that does not qualify. Doors lock and unlock themselves. The smell of tobacco and perfume drifts through strictly non-smoking floors. Neighbors have even reported seeing a couple dancing on the roof late at night. For 30 years, beginning in the 1960s, the Beaumont sat closed and empty, inhabited only by whatever had taken up permanent residence within it. Number 5. The Victor Hotel in Victor, Colorado. The Victor Hotel opened its doors in 1894 to serve travelers arriving on the Cripple Creek Railroad. It burned down alongside much of the surrounding town in 1899 and was rebuilt that same year. What followed was among the grimmer arrangements in Colorado hotel history. During the harsh winter months, the ground in Victor froze too deeply to permit grave digging. So, the hotel's 4th floor was used as a storage facility for dead bodies until the spring thaw made burial possible. The spirits associated with those stored remains have never entirely departed. Guests and staff have witnessed full-bodied apparitions on the 4th floor, including figures described as disfigured or missing limbs. One guest reported a headless apparition standing at the dead end of a hallway. Elsewhere, room 301 has its own resident, a guest named Eddie, who fell to his death down the elevator shaft decades ago. He is still reportedly encountered in his room, the elevator, and the surrounding corridors. Number 4. The Hotel Colorado in Glenwood Springs. Completed in 1893 at a cost of $850,000, it was constructed by Walter Devereux to capitalize on the local hot springs. At its height, it was known as the Grande Dame, containing an indoor waterfall, a garden, and a bird sanctuary. President Theodore Roosevelt even used it as his base for a hunting trip. But the building's darker chapter arrived during World War II. It was converted into a Navy convalescent hospital, and the basement was used as a makeshift morgue for dead soldiers. Since reopening as a hotel, unexplained activity occurs at all hours, with the heaviest concentration between midnight and 4 a.m. The elevator moves between floors with no passengers. The smell of cigar smoke drifts through the lobby, attributed to the spirit of Walter Devereux himself. In room 661, multiple visitors have reported a woman in a floral dress standing over their beds as they sleep. A second spirit, believed to be a nurse named Bobby, who was killed by a jealous lover during the war, is associated with the scent of 1940s gardenia perfume drifting endlessly through the halls. Number 3. The Strater Hotel in Durango. Built in 1887 by Henry Strater, this Victorian hotel has operated continuously for well over a century, accumulating an extensive record of paranormal reports along the way. The most frequently encountered presence is a woman in Victorian clothing who appears in the upper floor hallways. She has been witnessed independently by enough guests that their accounts form a remarkably consistent picture. Staff working overnight shifts describe hearing footsteps moving through empty corridors and the distinct sound of doors opening and closing in unoccupied rooms on the higher floors. The Strater sits uncomfortably close to several of Durango's oldest cemeteries. Investigators point to this proximity as the catalyst for the intense concentration of activity trapped within the building. Number 2. The Hotel Boulderado in Boulder. Opened on New Year's Day in 1909, the Hotel Boulderado features a cantilevered cherry wood staircase and stained glass ceiling that make it an architectural marvel. But it holds more than just history. The hotel's most well-known ghost is a woman in early 20th century clothing who wanders the upper floors. Down below, staff members have reported encounters in the basement and lower service areas that they find genuinely difficult to explain, including the overwhelming sensation of being watched in rooms that are confirmed to be totally empty. With notable historical guests like Bat Masterson and Robert Frost, the accumulation of continuous operation has left the building with a heavy, palpable weight. A death trap this is not, but an atmosphere of quiet, persistent unease follows every guest through its upper corridors. Number 1. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park. Located near the entrance to Rocky Mountain National Park, the Stanley opened in 1909 and has spent more than a century accumulating a paranormal record that is without equal in Colorado. Built by Freeland Oscar Stanley, a tuberculosis-stricken inventor, it is a place of healing and horror. In 1974, author Stephen King spent a night in room 217 as the only guest in the hotel. That visit produced the novel The Shining, but the hauntings predate King considerably. Room 217 is the site of a 1911 explosion. Head housekeeper Elizabeth Wilson ignited a massive gas leak while lighting lanterns. The blast threw her through the floor into the dining room below. She survived, but her spirit never clocked out. Today, she unpacks guests' luggage, flickers lights, and reportedly inserts herself between unmarried couples sharing the bed. Beyond 217, the empty ballroom produces piano music, attributed to Flora Stanley, the original owner's wife. Freeland Stanley himself has been seen at the front desk. In room 428, the spirit of a friendly cowboy named Rocky Mountain Jim appears at the foot of guests' beds. With a pet cemetery on the grounds and an intricate cave system beneath the building, the sheer density of activity here is impossible to ignore. These walls have witnessed history, tragedy, and the people who simply refuse to leave. Have you ever stayed at one of these locations? Let me know in the comments. I'm Mitchell. Thank you for watching VB. Subscribe for more.